Episode 271. You kidding me, guy, or what?
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 In the butt?
Are you kidding me, guy, or what?
What?
Are you kidding me, guy, or what?
I'm kidding you.
Oh my God.
We're on the road.
Midnight in the Bay podcast. We're here. We might have hung out with Mary Jane a little too much before starting because I don't know where my mind went.
Spider-Man.
Where'd it go? Adios, amigo. The brain is gone. We're just a shell of a human being, but we're on the road. This is live from the road. Well, not really live.
Live on the road.
We're still alive.
Yeah. Well, when are you releasing this? I'll be busy that day.
We're releasing this Monday. It's Wednesday. We're going to Hanford, California for a gig.
Never heard of it till I got booked.
This guy said he'd pay us in food. Yeah, Jordan thinks we're getting paid.
Yeah.
I told him just so I could get him to drive. I'm like, oh yeah, we're getting money. I told him we're getting paid like $1,000 each. He's like, oh, I'm in, dude. I'll pay for the gas too. I'm like, perfect.
I'll rob someone. I'll rob someone if need be. I got fingernails.
I'm here with my partner in gay, Jordan Kirchner.
Gay and crime.
Gay, and we're rolling down here in a, what is this? A Nissan.
We are kicking it in the Nissan Kicks.
Oh my God.
2022. I bought it with 8 miles on it. We now have 30,221. I've had this car for 11 months.
And can I guess what race of a person sold you the car?
Yeah, absolutely.
The guy, I'll describe him, okay? Because I wasn't there, guy. I'm just going off of just being knowledgeable, all right?
I'll give you some context clues.
Okay,
He's
good.
a hard worker.
Oh, God. You know what? He makes it too easy. This guy, 6 foot.
No.
Dark hair.
Yes.
Olive skin.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Dark.
Yeah.
Olives.
Yep.
Not quite black. Little perp.
Nope.
The guy was Mexican.
Hispanic of some sort.
He was good looking.
Yeah.
Not fat.
No.
Wearing a suit and tie.
No, he was fat, in case you didn't catch it.
He was fat?
He was a fatter guy.
Oh, I love this guy. What was his name?
Couldn't tell you. Forget.
I thought his name was Couldn't Tell You for a second. That's how lit I am.
Is that Hispanic? Couldn't tell you.
Can you imagine that name? Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool
Spelling it
name.
in my head right now.
Yeah, I might name my next kid Couldn't Tell You, Woody.
What's his name? Couldn't tell you.
And this guy had a pinky ring.
No, but he did have a Coke nail.
See, I was close.
And it was on the pinky.
See, I was close.
Yeah.
He
really fucked me over. I paid $10,000 more for the car than I should have, but it's fine. Good salesman, good guy. It's okay.
I was just gonna guess that.
I'll survive.
Wow. Well, you know, you're giving back to the Hispanic community. You just bought the guy's aunt and uncle a compound in Guadalajara. You know.
Guadalajara.
Hey. Fuck me in the ass.
Okay.
Are you? Because let's make out.
By the way, this is all Mark Norman.
I'm gay! Homo!
We take his dialect and we put it in a car.
Mark Norman actually writes this podcast. I pay him $100 an episode.
He memorizes it for me, too.
Hey, what do you call it? Chimpella? A chinchilla?
What's a chimpella?
I don't know.
What is that? You were trying to improv there. You couldn't think of a name.
I know that's a real thing.
Maybe is it Impala? Is that a car or is that a deer?
I think I blended two words together. But that's what you do on marijuana!
Serve. We've got a guy in front of us, 7 Serve. This is who the podcast is brought to you by. It's an espresso coffee equipment company.
Yes, 7 Serve. 7 servings of...
That's a good cover for like a van, you know, like there's definitely a child in the back.
7 servings
Coffee.
of... 7 servings of diarrhea.
Make it 8. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I definitely probably shouldn't have smoked before this. I've been waiting for you to say something. And
You want me to bring it? Okay.
And you know, it's funny, I'm wearing sunglasses. I keep looking at the phone. That's how narcissistic I am. I'm like, God damn, that guy's beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the road in like, what are we now, 5 minutes, 54 seconds?
I'm shocked we're not dead.
Yeah, it's coming. Remember last time we were driving up to Avery, 10 feet from the venue, we slide on black ice.
Right in front of the venue.
I couldn't park the car out. My leg was shaking. I was being a little bitch about it.
Then we walked up and slipped and slide. And
yeah, and then we all fucking crashed and burned on stage, except you. You had a good set. I bombed. Everyone else bombed. I don't know how the headliner did because we left, as we do.
Yeah,
as we will be doing tonight after our sets.
I'm nervous about tonight. I'm very nervous
What makes
about
you nervous?
tonight. Not knowing anything about the gig, not seeing photos of the gig or video.
Okay.
Going to a gig, not knowing or ever meeting the booker.
Yeah. I'm not nervous. I'm more or less curious about it. Because we got booked on a show 3 hours and 11 minutes away. And I Google it, and it's a dive bar. So we're driving 3 hours and 11 minutes for a dive bar show.
Well, it's a lounge.
It's a lounge. All right, well, if you go to their Google, it says dive bar. But it does say lounge in the name. You know, like I can name my bathroom the King's Lounge. But at the end of the day, that's where I shit.
Yeah, anytime
And
you...
come.
Too much information.
Sometimes pee.
Too much info. But yeah, sometimes... No, actually, not sometimes. I would say all the time. You see lounge, it's a shitty bar.
Makes me think of a hookah lounge. That's like, I used to go to those before I was 21. It was the hookah lounge.
That's a lounge.
The lounges where you hookah. Those were fun, dude. A bunch of frilly curtains and Persians.
But if it says Marty Lounge, it's probably going to be a dive bar.
You say Marty Lounge?
Marty Lounge.
Oh, I was thinking that was like a guy's name, but then I was like, I see what you're saying. You're just giving it a random name.
Okay, I'll give you.
Random
Yeah, that was a random made-up thing. I'll give you a real one. 3411 Lounge.
3411 Lounge. That's a good lounge.
I know, but it's not really a lounge, is it? It's
bathroom has a lot of graffiti.
Oh, it was wet. Every time I went in the bathroom, it was wet. Everything was wet.
Why is there so much condensation on the walls in there?
And like the light bulb's wet, bro. I'm like, is that
light
bad?
bulb's wet? I'm wet, of course.
There's wet
That's why
on
it's
my
because
face.
Connor Lonsdale did a set. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Oh my
really
god.
dampening my panties.
Connor, come!
Lonsdale.
I love that guy. Want him to blow me in a spaceship.
You think he would do like the owl from like the Blow Pop commercials where it's like, what was it, 3 licks and then he just bites down?
He'd be like my wife. He'd smell it and be like, did you shower today? It smells like rotten eggs, you know?
I thought you were going to say dead.
You know, one time this woman goes, my wife.
It's very specific.
And just to clarify too, if she ever hears my podcast, this is it. That's it. That's a wrap, folks. I'm back living with my parents.
Of all days. She's gonna be like, you know what sounds like a good idea? Listening to my husband's episode 271 of the Alex Wood Midnight Debate podcast.
Any of them, I think, will get me divorced. So if anyone out there want to ruin my life, just tell, well, do I give out the name?
She's just listening to us like, I had no idea I married a racist. Oh my god.
No, she knows that.
She's
anyway,
complicit.
so, you know, one time she smells it. She's like, oh my god, it smells like a dead carcass of a raccoon on the side of the road on the way to Hanford. And she goes, go shower. So I go to shower. You know, fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You smell like shit.
I go in the shower, and I guess there's a recycling bin in the back seat. And I wash it thorough. Then we get back to business. She goes down to, you know, talk to it.
She's spoken to the mic.
She says it smells like soap.
That's a good complaint, right?
So now she won't do it because it smells. It's too clean. Okay?
Listen, I need you to dirty this dick before I put my mouth on it.
I didn't know what to do. I asked her, do I just rub it on the cat to get it back to, like, you know, to balance it out?
I don't think the cat would like that.
I don't think so either, but I own it. It's my slave, so I can do whatever I want.
It also has a lot of claws. You're going to want to look out for those.
Oh, the back claws.
Done my fair amount of dick rubbing on cat. And I know what I'm talking about.
Did you ever do the peanut butter on the nuts when you were a kid? I tried that once, and the dog came up. And the problem is you think it's gonna be like, you know, morally wrong, but the dog's gonna lick your dick, and everything's gonna work out, and you're gonna come, and life is gonna be glorious. Look at, there's a light beaming on me. I'm doing the Lord's work right now. Dude,
your eyes would look great if you took your glasses off. Think about it. Get that good fucking like headshot.
I can't see.
Look how fucking shiny your forehead is.
Let's block this. Yeah. Let's block this.
Yeah.
I'm getting a sunburn here.
I'm not gonna be able to focus with all that glare.
I don't want to get too tan and then get run out of town when we show up. You know, this town's like 99% white. So anyways, I gotta keep my, you know, Caucasian going so they'll let me pass. But anyways, you know, letting the dog lick it, you think it's gonna be great. And, you know, put a wig on the dog, now it's an ugly chick.
Next thing you know, shame.
Well, next thing you know, dogs, I didn't know this, when they lick peanut butter, they nibble. Like they use their teeth. So they're like biting. And so, anyways, unpleasant.
Yeah, I didn't know you had a dog. How'd you find this out?
Well, that's what I call my wife, but,
she nibbles?
No, we had a dog growing up, and, yeah, that was a bad afternoon.
And you fucked it.
No, I'm not.
Long story short.
I'm not weird.
Everyone, Alex Woody fucks dogs.
No, I would never, unless it was a female.
It's okay, in 20 years, this will be on CNN.
These are jokes, folks. These are jokes. No, I did let a fish blow me once, you know.
Yeah, I saw a video of, not you, of that, like floating on Facebook many years ago, just some dude filleting a fish. By that I mean getting fellatio from a fish. Really weird. Turned me on.
That was me.
Makes sense. Everybody was filmed in Walnut Creek.
Yeah, that was me. I came in the fish and threw it back in the water because I treat animals with respect.
Dignity, just like women.
Exactly. I think this is the podcast that's going to cancel me. Going to ruin my life. So that's fine. We're in history. We're making history right now. You feel good about that?
I feel like you're a misogynistic piece of shit. It's called herstory. Listen, I've spent a lot of time in the Bay Area.
Yeah, you have. You're changing. You're changing. You know, before we know it, you're going to be complaining about the lineups that we're on, that they're too white.
Start complaining? No, I've been complaining.
Well, here's the thing.
Every show I'm on, I'm like, it's one too many.
And you know what? I really think there should only be one white person per show, because white people have nothing to talk about. And they're pigs, and they're misogynists, and they're homophobic, and they're racist, all of them. So, like, you only need to hear a little bit of that, you know? So I prefer to hear comedy from POCs, and women, of course. And actually, my new favorite type of comedian, I like animal comedians. Have you ever heard an animal comedian? You can't understand a word they're saying, but very uplifting. You know, a lot of I feel the energy.
What animal species have been?
Airbud. Airbud just came out with a stand-up special. Did you know that?
That's the name of a dog.
Yeah, he does comedy.
Got it. Okay.
You remember Airbud the movie?
They've been doing rap too. Snoop Dogg, Lions rap. Snoop Lion.
Snoop Dogg's a person.
This whole time.
This guy thought, you know, woo-wee, gotta drop it on him. Snoop Dogg's a person.
So what's Airbud?
Airbud is a golden retriever.
Golden.
And he was
California.
He was in a bunch of movies. One of the greatest actors ever. Never won an Academy Award. But yeah, now he's doing stand-up. I saw his special on Netflix. And let me tell you, it was great. He closed with shitting on stage, picking it up, juggling it, putting it back on stage, and then making an audience member, who was a dog of a person, eat it.
That's prop comedy for you. That's good.
No, they're calling him the Carrot Top of
Dogs.
Dogs.
Pup comedy.
Oh my god. And he'll be performing at Deaf Pup Comedy Club, right? That's the new one coming out. So, what was that?
This is favorite band, Deaf Puppies. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't either. You know, every time I think it's a good idea to smoke before doing the podcast, and every time I realize it's the dumbest fucking thing to do.
That's how I feel every time I do a podcast.
I know.
I'm stone sober right now. And, this whole time, I'm just like, God, 2 hours, 56 minutes left. In the car.
In the car.
In the car.
So, you know, the trick to doing a road gig is not to think about how long you gotta drive, because it's a long, epic drive, but can't think about it. You gotta just go.
So stop thinking, just drive.
People are gonna turn this on, they're gonna be like, Jesus, did Tom Segura get hit in the head? What's wrong with him? Why can't he talk?
Yeah. You know, like most people, they listen to podcasts when they're driving.
Right.
Today we're supplying podcasts. We're the supplier.
Well, this will be audio as well.
Okay.
Audio.
Okay.
Audio. That'd be a cool name too. Audio. Adios.
Are we dropping the D? Audio.
So I told a couple people I was going on this road trip to do comedy, and they said, how much are you getting paid? You're out of your mind. Why are you going? And that was just my family, you know what I mean? I told some coworkers, they're like, you're going for that much money to a dive bar? What's wrong with you? And you have to block out those thoughts, because you start thinking, yeah, what is wrong with me? And then you're thinking about, comedy's stupid, and this is stupid. And
see, I lied to them. I told them I was getting paid way more than I'm getting paid. That way I don't have to hear the arguments.
Well, that's because I lied to you and told you we were getting paid a lot for this.
Oh, good. Even better.
Remember? So.
Well, whatever number you gave me, I added 100 to it.
Oh, God. Well, there's nothing better than disappointing a white. So, take that, whitey. Fucking son of a bitch, white. I think just the rest of the podcast, I'm just going to talk shit about white people. White president. Old white guy president.
Especially those freckle-faced fucks.
Fucking, can you imagine?
When they get sunburned, they look like strawberries.
Oh, they're disgusting. They flake. Have you ever seen a white guy flake?
Yeah, my nose does it constantly. I'm pretty sure it's early signs of melanoma. This podcast is brought to you by melanoma. The more you know,
Oh shit, you almost hit the car.
Wouldn't that be fucking, yeah.
Jesus.
Right now, we get a crash.
Hey, I finally go viral.
Can't text and drive, you can podcast and drive, people.
People would be celebrating our deaths. Finally, my son would be like, oh my God, finally I can have an athletic dad. You know what I mean? I can get a dad that gets off the couch and plays football and says I love you.
I feel like if you became like handicapped, like say you just lost your legs, that's when you'd become like athletic. You're like, well, I'm not gonna just sit here all day. And you start fucking crawling around the neighborhood like a goddamn zombie. And you get like the most jacked arms and chest from it.
Like the guy from Family Guy.
Yeah, except he still has his legs. In my fantasy, this is a fantasy. In my fantasy, your legs are completely chopped off.
Now let's talk about something. Why do people get mad when other people act like other races?
I don't know, Alex.
I think it's a sign of endearment. I put on a FUBU jersey, I get cornrows and a gold chain, and I'm looking at black people like, hey, I want to be you. You're fucking cool, bro. You know how lame white people are? I think it's a sign of endearment. So I think some people see it like that. A lot of people don't.
Well, people don't like cheat codes. Right? If you do that, you're using the cheat code to look cool. You can't just do that. It's a gradual, increase. You gotta. It's an overtime sort of thing.
I just hate that you gotta stay with your group. Why can't I be Asian?
I'll be honest. My entire life, most of my friends were not white. So.
I don't believe that.
Juan.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
My best friend.
I thought you owned him for a second.
No. I just pay him cheap rent.
Yeah, you just rip him off. Oh yeah, I'll pay you next month, Juan. Yeah, we're friends. Oh.
No, I'm only 10 months behind. No big deal.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I think it's awesome when people get, Jamaican fucking flag tattooed on them and they're white. Like if I had
I just really like Jamaica.
Like if I had any balls, bro, I'd get a black guy tattooed on my head.
Which black guy? I think that's what's important.
I would have AI generate a black guy.
It's not a real person, it's AI generated.
I just, you know what I mean? Like, just to show people I love everyone. I would get like an AI generated photo of like a guy of every race. And like he has an Asian eye, and then he's got a black nose, and then he's got Swedish blonde hair. Probably look like a monster, but that's a horrible idea. But
he's got the white swastika tattoo.
But yeah, dude, I want to represent. There should be a flag that represents everyone.
I think technically. Oh, are you saying like a world flag?
A world flag.
Okay. Do we have that? I think that's worth a Google. A world flag. Is there a world flag that we don't know about? It's just a picture of the world. Maybe that's just the map. Just a big map. Garrison-sized map.
Yeah, there's probably a world flag and someone's just screaming at us, you fucking, you moron. I hope someone watches this and they just like how big of an idiot we are. Well, I guess I am.
I don't know if they're going to like it, but they'll recognize.
Do people like idiots?
Real recognize real.
Do people like idiots?
Yeah. Like
some, right?
There's plenty of them that are, what's that? Cash Me Outside girl? She's doing very successful in life.
Well, that's because she's good looking. I love when a hot
debatable. Debatable.
I love when a hot chick goes, "Oh yeah, I worked so hard to get to where I'm at." Oh yeah, really? Oh yeah, right.
I mean, what if they did?
If you're hot, you don't have to do any work. That's facts.
I work very hard, thank you.
You look like Gollum's nutsack, and you're not a chick.
What's wrong with that? Wait, you're just gonna sit there and tell me that Gollum doesn't have a beautiful looking sack of nuts?
Well,
you son of a bitch.
I'm calling you good looking, but not great looking. Because Smeagol's balls are great, but not,
Agree to disagree.
All right, well, this is a stupid fucking show. Sorry, that was loud. You're deaf.
Are you mad at me? Are you angry? You
No,
I blame it on you at the end of the day. This is Alex Woody's Midnight in the Bay, not Jordan Kirchner's Midnight in the Bay. I wouldn't stay up until midnight to do this. I would do this at 10 o'clock p.m. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a podcast called 10 p.m. in the Bay. And I'm going to take all your viewership. Alex's grandma, mom.
Therapist.
Yeah, you can't afford therapy.
I got EBT therapy.
EBT? You use food stamps? It's just some dude that you know.
This is Day in the Bay. Day in the Bay. I like that.
Gay in the Bay. Bay.
Oh, Gay in the Bay would probably give me a lot more viewers.
That would be actually.
What were we talking about?
I don't know, man. I've been listening.
I keep looking at myself. I don't know why.
Well, you're trying to make sure that the angle's good, the lighting's good. You want to make sure someone is able to, fadoodle themselves.
Why can't we not talk? We're horrible at talking, both of us right now.
Are we?
I don't know. I feel like
No, I feel like we're doing fine.
Are we doing all right?
Yeah. No, we're doing splendid.
Can you tell me something interesting?
No. What? I don't have anything interesting to talk about.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
Happened to me? I don't know. That's kind of a hard question to answer. 'Cause, I live a very boring lifestyle. Oh shit, we gotta merge.
I know, I'm one of the most boring people. I'm like, oh, start a podcast.
We merged, almost died. I don't know. That's a very broad question. What's the craziest thing to ever happen to me? I don't know, man. One time in the Marine Corps.
White privilege, ladies and gentlemen. That's a sign. When you can't say any crazy story, that means you lived a good life. I don't want to hear you complain, Jordan, at all about life.
Well, it's really judging on what's crazy. All right? That's
something to fill the time.
Like, my crazy is someone else's bland and whatever the hell. I don't know. I think, one time I had this Marine, I was going to say, he almost shot me on like a shooting range. We were doing buddy rushes. And I heard the bullets just whiz by my head, just whiz by. We ended up taking the guy's rounds away for the rest of the field op. But then later on, we caught him during we're doing some training in a mountain town. That's military operations on urban terrain. That's where we practice clearing houses. When we do those mountain towns, we record ourselves kind of like you'd watch a football game, you know, that way afterwards you can see what you did right, see what you did wrong. One of our guys ended up getting injured while we did it. This same guy that almost shot me on the range. And when we caught him on camera, we caught him like, there was these holes inside the buildings where basically the Op 4, this is these people that act like the enemy, they would like pop out of occasionally. There was an open one in the floor in the Marine. He walks over and he looks down and he looks around, and then he steps into the hole. He purposely tried to injure himself, and we caught it on camera. That's not really a crazy story, is it? That was just a story.
Sounds like a dude that doesn't want to be in the military.
Oh yeah, no, he ended up getting kicked out eventually.
Trying to shoot the other guys, jumping off bridges, and trying to kill himself. Yeah, that'd be me in the military. What did I sign up for? This is horrible.
Oh, yeah,
get me out of here.
There's a lot of dum-dums in there, man.
I know, but it's not even a dum-dum. I think a lot of people sign up and they don't know what they get themselves into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, holy shit, I gotta jerk off by people.
Which is crazy. It's literally one Google search away. What, you don't like my burps?
Oh my god.
All right. Alex Woody is a bigot, everybody. He doesn't like my burps.
Smells like my first girlfriend's vagina. That was my...
Wasn't she a minor? I don't know if we should be talking about that.
Well, she's old enough now.
I mean, you were a minor then, too.
Well... And we're back.
No needle, no scalpel. Brought to you by NorCal's vasectomy.com.
Oh, that is a vasectomy.
Honestly, I didn't know this was a vasectomy billboard. I was just reading it as I went along. Oh, God. My work phone's beeping at me.
2 hours and 40 minutes. Hanford. I looked it up. 98% white. 1%
Are
black.
these real statistics?
These are real. 1% black.
What, 1% miscellaneous?
You know, 2% Mexican, you know.
We got a couple.
And then I looked up the news in Hanford. All obituaries. It's like people go to Hanford to die. It's crazy. Can I hit that?
You know,
I love heroin.
What was it that Dane said?
Oh, no, is this the Dane one?
That is the Dane one.
Ah, fuck.
What did he say last time? It was, I passed it to him and he said something about herpes. I don't think it was that he had it. It was like alluding to it.
How long it's been? I sound like an Asian guy. That's how lit I am. You ever been so lit you sound like an Asian guy? Can I order? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're never gonna make it on SNL now, man.
I didn't say the chink word, but in my armor, I was talking about in my armor. I wasn't gonna make it on Saturday Night Live. I might quit comedy next year. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna work out. Come on, guy. I can't even read a fucking book.
It's good fun.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I first started comedy. I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. I'm meant to be. I'm the messiah of comedy. And then you get out there, you're like, oh god, this is hard.
All right, Alex, what's your craziest story?
Wait, I was gonna say something about this. We shared this with a comedian. That's what we're talking about, Dane, and he said something about herpes. Anytime you share something with someone, they mention an STD. That's it. I can't.
Oh, he said, we really need to get rid of the stigma on herpes. I was like, all right, well, I'll give it back.
He said that after hitting this.
Yeah.
So
And what did I do? Kept hitting it.
He kept hitting it because Jordan wants herpes, so he can.
I didn't see any open sores.
Yeah, it could be hidden. The open sores could be on his penis.
Really good makeup. I mean, you gotta rub it on his tip.
So do I get the herpes? Do I do it?
You dabble.
Do I do it? It's been over a week. You haven't gotten anything, have you?
Well, I mean, it takes months to get, show signs. They don't come immediately. Gotta end the stigma.
I mean, I do want to show support. Ah, fuck it.
Where are we sporting?
I'll sport herpes because I just hit something with. Hang on, let me get one more.
Ah, you fucking hogging it guy.
Oh, God. Tastes like cereal.
French Camp Road.
Anyone that says they don't make these for kids is a fucking buffoon, dude. This tastes like fucking Berry Crunch, cereal. And, oh no, we don't make it to get kids addicted. Oh yeah. Then why do you have the fucking?
I don't like this argument. Because they're gone because of people like you, Alex.
I don't vote.
This is the last of what I have. Did people vote on that? I don't know. I kind of thought that was just like a thing.
I don't vote. I just know that's what they're doing. I mean, it tastes great. I'm glad they're making it for kids because we wouldn't be able to hit this. You know what I mean?
I remember we had a local voting go on recently for Rio Vista. And Juan was like, he's like, did you vote or whatever? I was like, I didn't know there was anything happening. He's like, well, your ballot's on the counter. I'm like, well, it's going to be in the trash next.
I've never voted.
Right? I don't know the name of anyone that's running. I don't know what they do.
I'm the worst American. I go down to Mexico, I'm shitting on America. I'm like, this is freedom right here. Mexico.
Yeah.
Where you can just kidnap anyone. I kidnapped like 5 people down there. I fucked minors. I did drugs off of fucking dudes' dicks and got AIDS.
I don't support that. Have it on record. I don't support that. All right, carry on. What else you do?
Jokes, people. These are jokes. But yeah, I'm just saying there's freedom down there. There's no police breaking up house parties. See, I say that it's not fun, but when I joke around fucking a minor, it gets me to giggle. I don't know why. It's so outrageous. That's comedy. You gotta say something outrageous to be funny. If you just say, oh yeah, it was fun down there because no curfew.
Well, it was just a beautiful sight, the mountain range.
God, that's boring.
The trees, the water.
People tune into this to hear outrageous stuff.
People are tuning in?
When was the last time you said the N-word, Jordan?
I mean, only when it's in, a song.
I know.
Actually, it doesn't even have to be in the song. I'll listen to Luke Bryan. I'll throw it in there.
Luke Bryan says the N-word?
No. I said he doesn't. I'll throw it in there.
Oh, Jesus.
If need be.
Yeah, I mean,
it makes sense in context to the lyrics.
Right, if it makes sense. That's very true. That's not being a bigot. That's just being creative.
I'm not a bigot. I'm only 5'6". Not tall enough.
Good night!
Jokes. You should play like little music in the background of this podcast for like when you gotta watch TikTok videos now and there's like 2 videos playing on that one video. It's to keep people more entertained. You should have like elevator music. Go to the background, jazz music, something a little skippity bop.
Skippity bop boop beep dap boop bop.
That's scat. Scat.
Did you ever make up your own language?
Not professionally.
I can just talk made up language and it's fucking cool, and I wish I could talk to someone with this made up language. You know what I mean? But you can't.
I used to, when I was a personal trainer, I had these 2 girls that I trained.
Yeah.
That they had their own little made up language together. I think it was like Pig Latin. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was,
Is it Pig Latin because they were fat Mexican
Well,
chicks?
they would do it to piss me off. Because they would start speaking in it in front of me, and then I'd giggle and look at me like, he doesn't understand. I'm like, you're right, I don't. They're really just speaking Spanish. But it was so annoying because I know they were talking shit. How dare they?
I hate when people are talking shit in another language.
That actually just made me realize earlier I found out I have 4 different Lexis in my contact list. Couldn't think of who any of them are. One of them was one of those girls, Lexi. It just came back to me.
Kind of a sexy name, Lexi.
Yeah.
You think I can go by Lexi? Isn't that short for Alex?
Yeah, I mean, I usually call you Alexis.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna start.
You could go by Lexi.
Nowadays I can go by a chick's name and it's normal.
I mean, who's to say Lexi's a chick's name? Why does that have to be the standard?
Unisex.
You know, I'm gonna name my son Lexi. Not Alex. Not Alexis or Alexi. It's just Lexi.
And you know what? Technically, you can say that about shoes. All shoes are unisex.
Yeah, I never understood why we have like different size shoes for women. Why can't it just be like a universal size 9? You know? And then it's like, okay, I grant it.
It is. They just call it women because
it's like a women's 4 and a men's 9. But it's like, why don't they just both be like a size whatever the hell? You know, you meet right in the middle. That's now a 6.
Women complained. They said, "Oh, shoes, huh? Okay. What about women's shoes? Can you add a woman? We can vote now."
About the women's shoes, where's the woman that comes with it?
Right. Soon they'll have men marijuana and women marijuana.
I mean, I already buy the dude wipes because I ain't no baby.
They're just wipes. But some guy, some man.
Dudes.
Oh, I'm a man. I can't use wipes. I'm manly, so I gotta call it dude wipes. Shut up,
I will not stand for this blasphemy, alright? Dude wipes feel masculine on my butthole.
I want vagina wipes on my butthole.
It's like dude wipes and pussy wipes. Like why'd we go vulgar with the pussy word? Why couldn't it be women's wipes? Lady wipes? That'd be a good name.
Lady wipes. Lassie.
Feminine wipes.
I can't believe that the guy that runs this podcast station, Silver Tongue Audio, he still allows his podcast on it, because this is probably one of the worst podcasts.
You think he listens? He probably just uploads and it's like, all right, there it is.
Oh, it has to be that. This is probably one of the worst podcasts ever made.
Like I know he adds little music in the outro and intro. That's a quick and easy edit. He doesn't gotta listen.
He doesn't. I do.
Yeah, maybe he should. Maybe he should be listening.
No,
you never know when Alex is gonna throw in the N-word. You know, it's just he should be listening.
Neglect, right?
Because then they'll go to him and be like, "Hey, why are you producing for this piece of shit, son of a bitch?" That's what they call you.
They already called me that. Why is there traffic?
I don't know, cars, dude.
This is horrible.
People be driving.
So it's funny, I saw a billboard for a vasectomy, and now there's a billboard for a seltzer vodka drink.
Yeah, neutral.
I'm just saying, they want you to get drunk, and they want you to not have kids, but still fuck.
Get drunk and clip your balls. I've considered it. In that order.
So, this is fun. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, there's a city mattress outlet. I don't know what city it's for, but...
So they want you to get a vasectomy, buy a mattress, get drunk, and have sex. They don't even want you to have sex. They just want you to have a vasectomy and get drunk.
No coming for you, sir.
So you don't have sex.
Actually, you know, I'm sure this is a quick Google search away too, but like when you get a vasectomy, are you still shooting cum?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just more of like the sensation.
Dave.
Like, oh, I came, even though nothing came out.
Dave Coker got one. Fellow comedian.
Are we supposed to be putting his medical information out there like that?
Oh, what the hell. I think he talks about it on stage. Maybe he doesn't. But that guy got one. Hey, it's out there. Dave Coker got a vasectomy.
That means he got his dick cut off. That's what that means.
Road sodas. Let's drink. Booze. Vodka.
This tastes like feet. What is this? Sparkling Pooler Blueberry Lemonade. Not brought to you by this. Yeah, this tastes like feet. I mean, I'm going to drink it, but...
Well, I had my feet on it. It was in the bag.
The whole time.
Oh, that guy's getting a roadhead.
Who?
Just a car back there. I think that was my dad. Stepmom know about this?
Who's driving?
Where the hell... How is there traffic in the middle of nowhere? I've never gotten that.
I think we're on I-5, right? No? Where are we?
So anyways, yeah, the producer doesn't listen to this podcast because we be yanked off.
God, I want to fucking slit my own wrist.
I hope this is a great show. I hope there's tons of people there. I hope this is fun. I feel like I got a burp.
Do it. Dabble. Turn to the dark side, sir.
Might have to re-record later.
I was promised at least an hour of silence.
Oh man, that was
okay.
funny. That was like asking, like, "Hey, we're gonna have sex, right?" No.
We could add a 5-minute dance sequence to this episode, maybe, keep the viewers in. By dancing, I mean we'll just both be jerking off like it's on Omegle. You ever go on that, like Omegle, chat roulette, any of those?
No.
You never dabbled with those?
Mm-mm.
I remember me and my buddies in high school used to do that.
What is it?
Well, it's it's just where you it's like a webcam thing where it just like cycles through people. You can talk to people all over the world, except most of the time, at least back when we used it, it was just men jerking off. And it was, I don't know like why we would be on this for hours.
Dad?
Just cycling through dick, just hoping to talk to one girl. And every time a girl would come up, she would next us because she probably thought we were gonna whip out our dick.
Right.
So it was just, it was never anything, we never accomplished anything, but we did it a lot.
Sounds like a great thing to go on if you want to see some dick.
Oh, it was.
It was. Hey.
I think they've changed it nowadays. I think there's less dick. But I mean, you can't get rid of the heart and soul completely.
That kind of pisses me off, you know?
Yeah, fucking woke America getting rid of dick on Omegle.
Horrible. I mean, really.
God damn it.
Really bad. So, yeah, I didn't realize how strong that marijuana was going to be.
Oh, well.
You sound like my mom. Well, man.
That's what you get, sweetie.
We would go on IP relay. You ever do IP relay?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, my goodness.
I thought you were trying to say it's like an IPA.
No, we would go on IP relay. And what it was it was a site that had an operator that would say anything you wanted to someone that was blind. So it's a service out there. I think they're still around.
Is there just blind people on standby to like hear it out?
Well, it was like a way to communicate. It was kind of like the first like voice or text to voice. You know what I mean? And
would it be your voice that goes through?
No, so there was an operator. There's an operator, and whatever you typed, the operator would say. So what we would do is we would be on one phone, and then one of us would be on the computer. So they were talking to us. But oh my God, Jesus Christ! Would you eat a whole pepperoni?
No. I'll tell you what I ate,
bro.
I ate a carne asada California burrito.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
Eat,
all right?
Eat potatoes.
You come into my car, you inhale my burps. You got that, son of a bitch? Say yes to the camera.
I wish I owned a gun right now. Or
good, I brought mine.
Oh my. I'm just, the rest of the podcast is me dead, and you're just driving there with blood on your face. Yeah. So anyways, IP relay.
Yeah.
One of us is typing, the other one we got the phone, and you could make them say, "Oh, whatever," and we'd make it seem like a guy was like, you know, talking dirty to a blind person, like, I wanna lick your feet and put pickle juice on your ears. You know, just say the weirdest shit.
I wanna fuck you until you see again, guy.
I think that was one of the lines we did for sure. That classic, yeah.
You want to know what my poop looks like?
You know, this was a time before cell phones, or even if there was cell phones, they were dog shit. Internet was still dog shit. So this was a way to entertain me and my cousins, me and my friends. My mom would say, "You mean friends and I?" Shut up, Mom. She still does that, and I'm old. We would get in trouble, so I almost feel like maybe electronics are good, because I'm telling you, we would look for entertainment in the wrong places. I remember one time my cousins came over, we did called all the sex lines just so we can hear them.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yep.
And my mom got a huge bill. She's like, "Why are you calling Thailand so much?" And then one time my cousins came over and we threw rocks at my neighbor's satellite dish to try to knock it off.
Yeah.
And my neighbor came over and was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" There's just like hella rocks on his roof. I mean, we just got into just mad loads of trouble. You know, I don't know if you ever did. You ever do doorbell dishing?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, that was one of my favorite things to do. I would piss off, one of our neighbors was this old, bald guy. Great, I'm turning into him. And this is before...
You did it to yourself.
This is before ring cams. I did it to my future self. This is before... This guy was grumpy. And this is before, like, ring cams, before cameras on houses. How everyone... Even if you have a shitty house now, someone's got a camera on their house. It's crazy. No one's robbing your house. Aunt Martha... So here's the thing, guy. We would doorbell ditch this guy all the time, to the point where we would doorbell ditch him, he'd look, and doorbell ditch him again, he answered the door, "God damn it." Doorbell ditch him again, "Motherfucker." Doorbell ditch him, "God, you..." And then the last, he's like, "Whoever's out there, I know you're there. I got a fucking gun." And this is 3 o'clock after school special, guy. You know, I'm recording Carson Daly, MTV on the VHS. TLC. And I'm pissing off Mr. Magoo down the street. And, oh, it was glorious. It was glorious.
We egged this one dude's house. I forgot his name. I probably shouldn't say it regardless. But no, we egged this one dude. We egged a couple people's houses. But this one dude, because he called my buddy Carlos the N-word. And so we're like, oh, let's just go egg his fucking house about it. And Carlos was like, yeah, sounds chill. So we go and egg his house, but then Juan starts egging other houses in the neighborhood, and we all got upset at him, because we're like, no, this needs to be like a hate crime. Like, he needs to know it's directed at him, and not just like a random act of violence. And then we ended up egging some other houses, just because the damage is already done. Doorbell ditching, those are always fun, dude.
Dude, egging... That was something we did.
We got one guy kicked. This is not funny, but it is to me. We got this one dude like kicked out of his dad's house because we egged it too much, and he had to live with his mom. And then we started egging his mom's house.
And he just had to become homeless.
That's not funny, but it is. Fuck him.
There was one.
Listen, we weren't bullies, all right. This guy was.
It was entertainment.
Not a nerd, I guess you'd say. He was just a guy that we didn't like.
Everyone had that person in the group.
You know, he wasn't our friend. But yes, we did have that guy too.
Everyone has that. They're not really part of the group. They're kind of just a school friend.
Oh, that was me. I was just the school friend.
And yeah, this kid. There is one kid. Woo-wee! We'd pick on him. Woo-wee! But he was still kind of friend. He was just an easy target, you know. Everyone did it. Come on, even the teachers, you know. But I remember just for the laughs. You know, I'd do anything for a laugh. I mean,
speaking of teachers, I remember when I came home on like recruiting duty once, which is like where you come home and help out the recruiter, you know, instead of taking leave. And I went to my old high school, and I was like actually excited because I was like, I'm gonna go see like one of my favorite teachers there. I went to his classroom, and he didn't recognize me. That was, yep.
That's I have a similar story. I called a teacher and asked if he could co-sign a loan, and he was like, "Who is this?"
I don't know what the fuck.
I swear to God, I was so out of my mind, and my parents wouldn't help me with this loan, that I called a high school teacher that took me out for beers one time at a Giants game. I thought we were cool, and he was like, "Who's what? Who is this?" I was like, all right, well. And then I called our maid. We had a maid that would come once a month. I thought she was a family friend for the longest time that just cleaned, because she always talked to my mom and shit. And I found out she was our maid, you know. And let me tell you, she didn't speak English.
You had no idea she was paid to be there?
No, she didn't speak English, so there was no way to ask, you know, for her to co-sign the loan.
How'd you guys become such good friends? You don't even speak English.
Well, you know, the mom, she speaks multiple...
Oh, does she now?
Multiple dialects of foreign folks.
Just the dialect?
So, I don't know. Where are we? Pilandale?
No, it's Pellendale Avenue. The city itself, no idea. Welcome to Stanislaus County.
We're dead.
We are in Stanislaus County.
Where? Why?
Stanislaus.
Where is there traffic? Why is there?
I don't know, man. It's 3:47 on a beautiful
Modesto.
Wednesday afternoon.
Modesto.
So therefore, traffic. Oh, hey, Modesto.
This
Excellent.
probably will be the last road gig for a while if it's dog shit.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
actually, no. I mean, if we get like if we get a good show that we know is going to be good, I'll drive there. I'm always down for it. I don't mind driving.
All right, let me rephrase that. Shows we don't know are going to be good or bad. What you think about the old Alameda Comedy Club? We were there together
That was a great
2
weekend.
weekends ago.
That was fun. I had 2 very good 5-minute guest sets. Yeah, they went very well. I'm hoping to go back. I have to hit up old Patrick about that. I'm a bad guest, I know. I'm not like expanding on my sentences.
No, it's fine. I'll probably have to secretly record us talking after the show. We'll be all hyped up after the show.
Oh.
I think both of us is just dreading this drive. And we're just like, what? Podcast?
I mean, I'm enjoying myself. I think you're, projecting a little bit. I think you're dreading this drive right now.
I have been.
I'm just trying to make you the enemy.
I've been projecting, like, this is supposed to be fun. I'm like, this is stupid.
It's a stupid drive, and I'm over here like, hey.
It's the worst podcast ever. But let me tell you something funny about that kid we pick on. We had like, the shitty flip phones, Nokias,
Yep.
The best game we played on the phone was Snake. I don't know if anyone remember that.
I had Snake.
The green and black screen, no color yet, okay, guy? And I called a bunch of therapists and said like, hey, I'm having issues with the cat and the dog. I think they like me and I've been having sex with them. I would just say the craziest shit, and then I would leave that guy's number. And so like this guy came to school and he's like, what did you do? Like he knew it was me. And then he said, and I didn't remember this because we were just laughing the whole time we were leaving these voicemails for therapists. I called about 15 therapists in the area, and they all returned the phone call with, we call the police. We got straight jackets coming. Like, we informed your parents you're gonna be locked up in the loony bin. I mean, he got in some big time trouble. I think I said I'm banging a minor or something. Our teacher's banging to me. I'm a minor. I said some outrageous shit. The guy ended up doing great things. He's a janitor now at a Circuit City.
Hey.
So,
Circuit City around?
No, I know, I'm kidding. He worked for a
Best Buy.
He worked for a college. He's fine. I think he's gotten laid once. So.
Well, I mean, what's he doing at that college? This is how you know if they're doing fine.
I'm just saying the guy didn't kill himself, so we didn't bully him that much.
I mean, it's still settling in.
God,
He's waiting a few years.
You're like you're my thought. You know what I mean? You have those thoughts like you'll try to like, oh yeah, that wasn't
You're like, oh, we're
wasn't
way
that
past
bad.
that.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
way
That
past
wasn't
that.
that bad of a guy, and then you're like,
10 years later, you're on his list.
Oh god, I'm definitely on a couple people's hit list. That's for sure.
I'm comfortable knowing that I'm not on anyone's hit list because no one thinks about me. So like I am.
Well,
set.
I mean, that's the funny part too. Like I think that I'm on someone's hit list, but I doubt no one thinks about me. You know what I mean? As someone's thinking about me, and I know.
There'll be one guy like, hey, Alex Woody does comedy now. They're gonna be like, who?
Right. Right. And I'm fine with that. I don't want anyone to remember me. Don't remember me.
One thing I always hate is whenever I run into people that like I don't talk to them anymore, but like I still have them on Instagram or Facebook, and then like I'll run into them and then they'll be like, hey, how's the comedy thing going? And I'm like, hey, fuck you, don't ask me these questions. And it's like, oh, I see you all over Instagram. And I'm like, what? don't say that to me.
It is odd, and it's an odd time that there's a lot of people we never see in real life, but we see them online.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, oh, I'll run into them. No, you're not. You're never going to see these people again in your life except on the screen.
Yeah. I'm not going to my 10-year reunion either. That's actually coming up soon.
They didn't even have a 10-year reunion for mine.
The tickets were $75.
Oh.
And the last time I saw a post about it, it was saying if tickets aren't bought before January 1st, they're going to go up $20. I'm like, well, I'm definitely not going to buy it either.
$95?
$95
to go see people that really don't give a fuck about you?
Yeah, I mean, we all avoid eye contact at the grocery store. Like, listen, I know what it's about. I'm not going to stop and talk to them. Bullshit for an hour or two, tell them how good I'm doing, lie.
They didn't even have one for my class. They're like, you have Facebook. Why do you need a Virginia? You know what I mean? It's kind of true. I'm
I
like,
think
oh,
they would
yeah,
say the
that's
same
true.
for us, but I mean, we had Facebook in high school too, for us,
I know,
for me.
I know.
You know, I went to school like 20 years after you. What are you, 58?
Yes.
Old piece of shit.
I graduated in 76. But that's not the point.
If that math is accurate,
the point is,
18 at that.
the point is, I'm never going to high school reunion. What's the point? I see everyone online.
Listen, if I knew that I was hot shit, without a doubt, I knew I was hot shit, I would go just to be better than them in front of them.
Well, of course.
But right now, I can't do that. You know, my ego's too big, but my fame is too low.
I know I'm a piece of shit, and that's why I'm never gonna go. That's the real reason. Hey, at least I know myself, you know what I mean? I definitely want to smoke more weed. But, you know, smoking and driving, you can't. That's illegal, so we can't.
You've already been doing so well with the last hit.
Right. Well, you know what? It's better to be super high in misery than to be sober in misery. You know what I mean?
True.
I think,
that explains the pandemic for a lot of people.
I think Buddha said that. Oh, the pandemic. Woo-wee! Those habits I started. Whoa, shit. Woo!
The amount of drinking I did during
I was acting like
pandemic.
a homeless person during the pandemic.
I think what was silly is I'd quit smoking weed for the first 6 months of the pandemic because I wanted to get a new job since I got laid off from the last one, and then I picked up drinking to replace that. And that was a good time. A lot of drinking, a lot of fun.
You ever have sex with a black woman?
I actually have not. No.
Always wanted to.
Yeah, it's not for a lack of trying. I just
you know, you get married. You know, you propose to your girlfriend, and then you think about none of these things you want to do until you're 10 years in your marriage, and you know what? You think, you know, banging a black chick would have been cool. You know? You think about stuff, skydiving would have been dope.
So if she gave you a hall pass, she'd be like, well, who are you going to try to have sex with? You're like, I don't have a specific person, just a black chick. Let's just...
Find me a black woman now and bring it to me. I'd act like Dracula. Find me one, Esquire. I'm your son. And bring me her by
You brought your
dusk.
son into the equation.
Bring me, I make him wear a cape, and yeah, it's easier to get a chick with a kid.
Here's $200.
The kids are
go
cute,
to the
you know what I mean?
West Street.
Right. Bring me back a whore. No, but the kid's cute. No, I don't want a hall pass. I got the wife. I just tell her to do black.
We need multiple hall passes.
I tell her to do black body, and
we need a little stamp kit, you know. You get 10 stamps. Once the book's filled up, that's it.
That's what I do. That's how I keep the marriage going and the sex going. Every other weekend, a year. No, every other weekend, I have my wife dress up like another race. Some weekends she's Asian, some weekends she's black.
It's all on camera. Go to the Midnight in the Bay OnlyFans account. You can find it there.
I'm also on Chatterbait.
Also, I just want to point it out again. The absolute worst thing you could have ever given me.
Is that really? It is kind of smells bad.
No, it tastes like feet. Smell it.
No, I have mine. It smells.
Is yours blueberry lemonade?
Yeah. The top of it smells like, you know how like
no, it smells to me.
You know, you like touch your balls and you smell them.
It's a musty.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's like a musty, just like I don't know, sweaty smell. And to me, it smells like feet. And
this is the worst seltzer water ever invented. Polar, you should shoot yourself in the face, bro.
Like, it's not saying much because, I mean, not all seltzer... a good amount of seltzer waters aren't good. But this is the worst.
And actually, maybe it could be good, but the guy at the warehouse was, like, mad because Polar doesn't pay him a lot, so he just started rubbing his ball sack on all the cans.
Yeah, he put his big toe in some of the cans.
Because that's what... It smells legit like ball sack. I'm trying to play off like I didn't do it before it came over.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Jordan, I really want you to taste my cock,
See,
but I don't have the balls to ask you, so I rubbed it on the thing.
See, I say feet, which is like a common thing for people to smell, and you say balls.
What would I say? What would you do if I said, "Oh yeah, I rubbed my balls all over the
Honestly, I'd probably get really quiet and sad. That actually happened. I remember I was at a sleepover once, like 8th grade maybe, and they made us corn dogs, and I found out that they rubbed their balls on my corn dogs. My friends at the time.
Dad and stepmom.
Well, it was me and one other kid, or at least that's what I tell myself to make myself feel better. But yeah, they rubbed their balls in some of the corn dogs. Probably just mine, but we can't prove that.
Yeah. I had a kid jerk off next to me. That was weird.
Only one? What was that, last week?
It was a sleepover.
Yeah, last week.
And we were young, and he's like, "You ever seen porn?" I was like,
Well, anyway, it just fucking turns it on. Watch this.
He jerks off under a blanket. You can't see anything. And he goes, "You could do this too, like, to yourself under the blanket. Just don't come."
Now he's trying to make you edge?
I came.
Yeah, because you're a goddamn rebel.
Well, it was his sleeping bag. You know what I mean? I borrowed it. So his mom was...
Did you sleep in it afterwards?
But that was the weirdest thing in childhood that probably happened to me. But I've heard of other stories like that where... And then I have my kid. I'm like, I hope he never has to go through that. But it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, see, we would never jerk off together, but we would laugh and be like, oh, we got a rando. That's what we called boners when they came out of nowhere. It was just a rando.
Oh, that's funny. I just start jerking off right now.
We had this one friend. His name was Jake. He had a hot mom. Still does. She's still hot. And
Jake what?
I'm not gonna say
What's
that
the
part.
mom's name?
I don't remember. But he had a hot mom. And pretty much whenever Jake would leave the room, we would just talk about the boner that he gave us. 8th graders. That's what we did.
Everyone had that mom. Austin's mom was really hot. That was a
classic Austin.
Korean lady.
Woo!
Woo! Let me tell you, they take care of their skin. God, beauty queen. Beauty queen. I mean, she's still good looking. I still will go on Facebook and jerk off if I can't come. Oh God, more traffic.
I got this lane because I thought it'd be quicker, and then I immediately got told to go fuck myself by this Dodge Ram 4x4
Longhorn. But everyone had that hot mom. I remember one time one of my friend's moms slapped me on the butt when I was getting out of a limo. And I jerked off to that moment a lot.
You're like, that's going in the memory bank.
That went in the memory bank. All right, so I always like to end the show with a sexual experience story, okay?
Okay.
I'll let you go first, and then I'll tell you one of my sexual experiences I had. Didn't have to do with a boy or jerking off.
Can you be more specific about the sexual experience that you want? You're just saying, like, hey,
how about this? I'll tell mine, and it will give you a clue of what kind to tell you.
Well, it gives me time to make one up because I'm a virgin.
Well, I didn't want to say that, I didn't want to.
Well, you brought up sex.
Well, there you go, guys.
Please
bang this guy so he can stop being a nerd. All right.
Yep.
I was hooking up with a chick New Year's Eve, and it was a friend of a friend. First time meeting her. Cute girl. Not super hot, so guys weren't hitting on her. So actually, she wasn't really that good looking. I was just really horny. But she agreed to hook up. I had her sign a form. But no, we're making out. Everyone's hooking up. It's that time of the night. I think she just wanted to hook up just because everyone else was, right? So we're making out, and she wants me to grab her breasts. So I'm grabbing her breasts. Then she wants me to put the finger in the pie to see if it's warm. See if I can get it warm.
Yeah, pie.
As I'm doing this for 20 minutes, okay? Almost getting to the point where I'm gonna ask for money, you know what I mean? I put her hand on my junk, and she stops.
Oh.
And she yells, "Hey!" with that voice too. She was kind of manly. I'm not that kind of girl. And that was it. I hooked up with an Asian chick one time. I did everything to her, and then same thing. She didn't say anything. She just said, no, I'm not really in the mood. So women, you think you deal with making men come and then they don't get you off? We deal with it too. I was used. And I'm fed up with that.
I'm really proud that they used you, actually.
So anyways,
I'm happy for that.
Those were my stories. Now you kind of...
Oh, I gotta follow that one? God damn.
Well, that was a twofer. That was a twofer.
Actually, I think I've told you. I think I've told you this story.
Yeah.
No, there was another back in my Marine Corps days. We came back from a field op one time, and there was this girl that I had been chatting with on Tinder prior to the field op. And I got back, it's late at night, I'm a little horned up, and I messaged her, just very simply put, I just say, butt stuff, ? And then she texts back and says, yeah, LOL. I'm like, oh, sweet. I knew she lived on base. Her father was a high-ranking corpsman of some sort. I don't know. All I know, she lived on base, and then we met up at the beach on base. It was, I think, around this time, 11:30 at night. We meet up at the beach. There's one guy fishing, I don't know, about 20 feet away from us. We're just kind of sitting there. And at one point, we start making out. I finger her. She, I don't know, starts jerking me off or whatever. And I look at her and say, well, you're going to have to do more than that. Because, I'm not going to get a hand job on the beach. That's just painful. A lot of sand. It doesn't feel good. And so then she blows me. I finished. Then I noticed after I finished, the guy that was fishing, he leaves. I don't know if he sat there and watched the whole time. It was dark out. He couldn't see us, maybe. Maybe he did. Maybe it's in his memory bank. I don't know. But then later on, after I finished from that blow job, that fellatio, we went to like this little picnic table that was on the beach. We sat there for a while, and then conversation just started, kind of dragging a little bit. And then she just goes like, "Hey, you want me to blow you again?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. That sounds great." Just exactly done in that way. That's how that went down. But no, yeah. So she blows me again. Once again, I come, and then I say, "Well, hey, it's getting late because it's 1 o'clock. And I think I'm gonna go back to my barracks." And she looks at me and goes, "That's not how I thought tonight was gonna end." And I was like, "Oh, sorry." Whatever. So she walks me back to my barracks, holds my hand the entire time there. Wasn't a fan of that. And then the next day she texts me. I'm at the gym about 10 o'clock in the morning. She's back at my barracks, and she's texting me telling me to come to my room. And I say, no, I'm at the gym right now, but I'll be back in a little bit. And then I find out as I'm away and she's waiting for me at the barracks, she runs into another guy that's in my platoon. His name's Dan. And he says, "Hey, what are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I'm waiting for Jordan." And he's like, "Oh, well, you can wait for him in my room." So he takes her back to his room. They fuck. That's great. I wasn't like really all that interested anyways. They fuck. And so, but then she texts me and she says like, "Hey, come to Dan's room when you get there." At the time, I didn't know they fucked yet. And I thought like, that's weird. I get over to Dan's room and I see Dan standing outside smoking a cigarette in his underwear. And I say, I forgot her name. What was it? Davina? I think it was Davina.
Sounds like a whore's name.
No, but this was a long time ago. It was like 10 years ago. But
55-year-old black whore with a cigarette.
No, but yeah, I was like, "Is Davina here?" And he's like, "Yeah, she's in there." I'm like, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, "Oh, we fucked." And I was like, "Oh, thank God, dude." I was like, "She told me to come in there." And he's like, "No, don't do that." And I'm like, "All right, well, then you got it." And then he goes back in the room. I don't know, 20, 30 minutes later, I get another message saying, "Come to Dan's room." No, is my answer. It's like, because now I know they fucked. But I go outside again. Dan is once again outside in his underwear smoking a cigarette. This time he laughs, pulls out his condom, or he didn't pull it out, he was already holding it, full of semen, and he puts it on his door and says, "Come in." And I don't. That's the end of that story. That was more fun for Dan, wasn't it?
Dan sounds like a dickhead.
No, Dan was a cool guy. That girl, I was not. It was a fling. All right, wasn't gonna turn into anything.
She sounded like a whore.
Exactly.
That fisherman.
I mean, what, did she fuck him out of spite? Like, I don't think so.
That fisherman's still going back to that spot looking for you guys. Woo-wee! That guy fisherman fucked his wife good that night. Made him feel young again. Woo-wee! Oh, I hope Dan has AIDS out there. How dare you take my friend's
Dan is
whore
actually a happily married man now. I'm really proud of him.
to a horse.
Yeah,
To a horse.
and they both have AIDS.
And you knew a dude. You've probably overly told this, but you knew a dude that used to bang horses in the military. That's crazy, dude. Where's that guy now?
Also married.
That guy's married?
Yeah, to a woman. Like a real, like a human woman.
You think he ever told his wife he fucked a horse?
I like to think they did it together. Because they still own that horse.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've seen him post pictures.
He's like, thank God horses can't talk.
Yeah, I remember one time we came home from, I think it was like Christmas Eve, and he was like, hey, watch this. And he pulled out a video of him fucking the horse.
That's
I watched
crazy.
it. Not all of it. I looked at it for a couple seconds. I was like, ugh, gross. And then I moved on with my day.
Now, that's not that weird of letting a dog lick your balls, you know?
I'd say they're on par.
Well, what if the dog was good?
I mean, the horse is probably good. I mean, for him.
It's a female horse?
Yeah, no. We actually asked him.
Oh, well, that's fine.
No, we did ask him, like, would you ever fuck like a guy horse? He said no, because I'm not gay. Well, yeah, because that's weird.
Right. Well,
that'd be the weird part.
he's got standards.
Not only does this guy fuck horses, but he's gay. Can't stand for that.
No, I can kneel for that, though.
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Well, that's the podcast. I hope you don't unsubscribe.
No, they will.
We may do one on the way back, probably not. But
Twofer.
we could do a tooth. But, pray for us. I mean, when this comes out, the show already happened. Pray we don't get murdered.
We hope it goes well, and we hope that you hope it goes well, too. Midnight in the Bay.
I gotta do no, that was a good end, but
you gotta
now,
do the extra.
Now I gotta say, like, the one sponsor who's probably gonna be like, yeah, this guy.
Brought to you not by Sparkling Pooler. All right, do your sponsor.
This podcast is brought to you by Silver Tongue Audio. Silver Tongue Audio, go to their website, silvertongueaudio.org, and you will see free podcasts right there in the download. Mine's there. Hey. You can click on it if you want. You also got Dazed and Disturbed, a podcast with a host who likes to look at dark subjects, but with the help of Mary Jane, makes light of them. It's very fun and kooky. Check that out, Dazed and Disturbed. And then the NPC podcast, the non-player character podcast. It's a video game podcast. People that talk on the podcast are in the industry, so it's not just a bald fat dude with a beard making stuff up. It's very fun, it's very entertaining, and you may learn something. The NPC podcast, Dazed and Disturbed, of course, Midnight in the Bay, all at silvertongueaudio.org. Go there, free! That's the podcast, folks. Love ya. Bye, Mom.